Well, hello to you. My name is Derek Phelps, and I want to talk to you today if you feel like you are up against a wall in your job search. Again, my name is Derek Phelps. I'm your friendly headhunter. I'm here to help, and I want to share a few tips to help you get hired soon, now, things that you can do today. So, a couple of weeks ago, everything seemed golden. You had tickets to a game, you were worried about a birthday party, maybe the only thing you were worried about with work was, are you going to be able to get the time off for your next vacation? That's it. And now you might be sitting at home, sitting on your couch wondering, will I have a job when things turn around and get normal? There's a lot more people out there in the job market today, so we need to up our game, we need to be prepared, and let's go through a couple of ideas that'll help you in your job search. You may have some fear of will I find a new job? Maybe you've been out of work even before this started for a while. So what do I do with all these new applicants out on the job market? It's just going to make it that much more difficult to find a job. So I'm going to share a few tips with you today that will help you in your job search. And number one, let's start with creating a plan. Most people think that a resume is a plan in a job search. It's really not. A resume is just a tool. I've seen people go out and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars upping their resume because they've sent out thousands of resumes and haven't seemed to got a hit. So they decide, well, I'll take it to a professional. I'll spend a couple of $100 or I'll spend a couple of $1,000 and they'll help me and then I'll land that next job. Really, it's not about the resume. It's about where you're sending the resume and getting that resume out into the market, more so than it is the resume itself. So the resume is just a tool. So a plan is not a resume. A plan is having an overall plan on how you're going to do your job search, where you're going to look, who you're going to call, and how you're going to package yourself for those people. So that's number one. Just remember, we're happy to review your resume. You can send them to me here, buildmybiz@gmail.com. It's complimentary. We'll take a look at your resume. We'll get back in touch with you and help you land and maybe point out some things about your resume that you weren't able to see. It's really hard for us sometimes to look at our own resume and we think it's perfect. But somebody else looks at it and all of a sudden they found that spelling error or they find an area that's a little bit of confusion. So go ahead and send it out to me. Happy to take a look at it and get back with you on that. Number two I want to talk about is stay enthusiastic. And that's very hard to do in a job search. But, I had a friend of mine, one of the most well-respected coaches in Texas football history. His name is Bob Ledbetter. Hey, Bob, if you're watching. Bob said to us one time, and I want to look at this and get it right. He says, you got to believe in the amazing things that you can accomplish. Yeah, that's some great words from Coach Ledbetter. I appreciate that, Coach. And you can too. If you'll believe in the amazing things that you accomplish, it helps you to stay enthusiastic. Now, one of the tips and tricks that we learned in the financial services industry years and years ago is every day we'd go out prospecting. Every day we would go hunting for new clients. Well, a lot of weeks, maybe we didn't make any commission, and it was largely a commission business. So how did you stay up at the end of the week? Well, you have to reward yourself for the tasks that you do. So if your goal is to send out 2 resumes a day, if your goal is to make 3 new contacts or 4 new contacts each day, or to write 3 or 4 new company names down that you're going to look up on a website, and you're doing that each day, then when it comes to Friday, you're able to reward yourself. Create a nice dinner, bake yourself a cake. I'd say go out right now. We're not going out too much, but reward yourself in some fashion on Friday. Knock off a few minutes early if you've accomplished all the tasks for the week, and then you'll have a fresh start on Monday and just enjoy your weekend with your family. So again, one of the ways to stay enthusiastic about a long-term job search, and it can take a while in the type of environment that we have, is to give yourself a list of tasks each day, and once you complete them, you're done for the day. Move on and reward yourself at the end of the week. That will keep your enthusiasm level high. Number 3 is that I wanted to talk to you about is increasing your job skills. we need to take a look at what kind of job skills brought us to the game that we're at now. What kind of job skills do people that have that position in other companies have? Maybe we look up some certificate programs online. Maybe we look up going back to college is always an option, or going back to school or a trade school. Those are options, of course, a little more expensive options, but give me a call. I'm happy to share with you how other people in your industry are getting along, and what their pay ranges are. So we can take a look real easily and see, able to help you determine what's that next step to up my game. What kind of special skills do I need to have in the job search or in the job market? One quick area that you can raise your job game is in interviews. I've got some videos. Join me on our YouTube channel, Derek Phelps, Headhunter and Recruiter, and that's on YouTube. And there's some videos there of helping you in your interview techniques. It's a big deal. It can help you get hired and make more money. That is something that you have control over by watching a few videos, by talking with some of your friends, and by practicing on this new tool called Zoom. Okay, it's been out there for a while, but many companies right now are interviewing or doing their first set of interviews on Zoom. So if you've never used it before, I want you comfortable in front of the screen. Open up your computer today, your laptop today, and sit down, do a few minutes on Zoom. Call a friend through Zoom, have them ask you some interview questions. Call me. I'm happy to talk to you. And we'll take a look at how you're coming across on some of these other formats. Is there a dog barking in the background? Is there a bird chirping at you over your shoulder? Let's take a look and see that the ceiling fan's not going, or that there's a funny glare on your face. Maybe you're not just comfortable in front of a video, so let's get used to it. Let's do some practice work before you actually go out there and do Zoom. Interviews are hard enough to get, so we want to get to that interview and look as comfortable as we can in front of that camera, as comfortable as we can as we're carrying on a normal conversation back and forth. So the only way to do that, practice, practice, practice. I know I probably got that from you too, Bob. Appreciate your help. So stay enthusiastic in your job search. Create some tasks and reward yourself. That is one great way to stay up in the job search. Review your resume, go get some additional training if you need it, and really up your game. Our job here is to help you find that dream job. Reach out to us. You can find us again at our Facebook page, Top Talent Search Advisors. I'd urge you just to like the page, share it with a friend. You can also email me your resume, buildmybiz@gmail.com. And don't forget to share. If you know someone that's out of work, if you know someone that's looking, shoot them our video, text it to them, and or email it to them, share it with them, however you can, and let them reach out to us. We'd be happy to talk to your friends that are also in this situation. So together we'll get through it. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining me today.